Hello, everybody. Welcome to race 25 of the Allstar Offline Racing Series. This is the final race of the season, and we are going to be going green flag, well, qualifying in about 10 minutes. So, if you are watching this after it's already posted, after it's done with the live stream, skip ahead about 10 or 15 minutes and you'll see the green flag. For now, though, we're just going to wait. So, real quick, we're actually going to go through all of the cars. There's 42 cars in this roster. We're going to go through everybody and show you the car ratings. Right here you see the minimum, you see the maximum. They all should be 80 and then 100. We're just going to go through and show you that. Make sure there's no advantage for any driver. These are all the cars that have qualified into the race from the Sunday qualifying race, and all the cars that are in the top 35 in points, obviously. A lot of special paint schemes going to be run tonight. Just doing this so you guys all can see that we are not trying to rig the series, not try to pick a certain person to win or not, or have them lose. So, like I said, we're going to show you all of the ratings. Let me check one thing real quick. Oh, hey, what's up, Logan? How you doing? I don't know if you just joined or if you joined earlier, but we're going through all the cars right now and just showing all the car ratings. They're all 80 for the minimum, maximum is 100. Just want to make sure that everybody knows that this is going to be a fair race. It's been a fair season. Seen a lot of cars, well, a lot of drivers, I guess, come and go as the season's progressed. We've seen about 5 or so drivers that have stayed about the same, so I also like doing this before the races just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sometimes I change the ratings around a little bit to where, like, depending on the track, we'll do like 75 for the minimum and then 100 for the maximum. Just make sure that everybody is at the right settings. Like I said, green flag is going to be in about 10 or so minutes. Just trying to get all this stuff done now. And the race tonight, it's 107 laps. It's a 40% race length. The whole season we've done 25%, except for the last couple races. They're, I guess, kind of bigger than the rest. It's down to the last couple races in the season. So I figured why not add a little bit of laps. Otherwise, it'd be like a 60 or so lap race. Alright, we're just about done here. Then I'll load up the track. We'll watch some practice or something for a little bit, a couple minutes. Alright, so like I said, if you're, hey, what's up, Jeremiah? How you doing? We just went through all the cars, made sure all the car ratings were the same. 80 for the minimum, maximum's 100. So, um, obviously, when the video is posted, you guys can see that as well at the beginning if you just want to go and double check. So how are you guys doing tonight? Alright, so the track is loaded. Here we go. We're just gonna, like I said, watch a little bit of practice. The race was originally supposed to start at 6, But Sahara had to go back into work at 5, so I'm kind of rushed around a little bit. She gets off work at 8, so I need to make sure this race is done before that, or else I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So real quick, while we're just kind of waiting, I want to go ahead and show you guys, oops, uh, show everybody the points as they, I guess, run right now. So you see Sarah Rocha, Simon Zarnato, Sam Adoskin, the top 3 right now. It's after 24 races. And of course, Stephen Pollard and Brew Zero, 4th and 5th. Brew, he gained, oh, I don't think, hold on one sec, let me try to make this window a little smaller so you guys can kind of see this better. Maybe I can't. Oh well. Anyway, Bruce, he gained 6 positions after last week's race at Phoenix when he ended up winning that race. So that moved him up to 5th. I've done some math. The most points, obviously, in this game that you can get is 185. The least amount of points you can get is 37. So right now, Felix Boucher actually has a possible, almost next to nothing chance to win the championship. If you take the 185 and minus it, or minus the 37 from that, it's what was it, 148, I think. So, I mean, he would have to have all of these cars, the top 5 cars in points, wreck, and then he'd have to win and lead the most laps. But if that would happen, he actually could become the champion. I thought originally it was just 5 drivers, but it could be 6. Now, from Brett Taylor down, none of them drivers can win a championship. But they do have a shot at getting into the top 3, so I don't know. It's just, it could be a very interesting race. Ah, okay. Thank you, Logan. I had no idea how to do that. I want to try it real quick. I don't even know where the button is on the keyboard. Oh, there it is. For some reason, I don't know. It's not working. That's weird. My computer's really weird, so. But yeah, I don't know how to use all this stuff yet. So I'm going to show everybody the points again a little later on. Obviously, I can go through then at the end of the race, and then we can show you guys live. I had issues doing that last week, but I figured out how to do it for this week. So let's see here. So let's go back and, whoops. Yeah, it was worth a try. I don't know. I might have just done something wrong, actually. Who knows? So right now, Racer X, he won the qualifying race. He's the fast. Oh no, never mind. Shayla's the fastest so far in practice. So this race, it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys had watched the qualifying race. First turn, first and second turn, the bottom line was the fastest. And watch the 17 here. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to get a run on top of the 17, or the 16. The high line is the fastest in 3 and 4, so it's a very weird track. I see Alexander is going to get past him pretty easy in turns 1 and 2. Actually, oh wait, we're going to be starting qualifying here in like a minute or two. I didn't realize how late it was. I'm trying to start it as late as possible, like closer to 6. Ooh, what's that? Is there a crash or something? No, it was just... That's the other thing. The cars, they go down the grass in pit road. I don't understand. It's weird. Anyway, look at these cars racing here. I'm trying to start it as close to 6 as possible, but I'm also trying to start it as early as possible. Yeah, probably not. The AI, they'll never... Whoops, I dropped my phone. They will never learn. My God, they're all. I guess they're still going through the grass. There's still a lot of dust and such. All right. Yeah, let me know about the dust smoke fix thing. Oh, really? Wait. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could always try it and then see what it's like, at least. Oh, wow. Well, I'm not gonna do it for this race since we're already on here, and everything's like kind of started almost. But I don't know. I might try it out just to see what it's like. So right now, the 33 Sheila Harmon, she has the fastest practice time. So let's go right to qualifying. All right, all right, guys. This is the moment we've been waiting for. We're gonna see who gets the pole. Normally we would accelerate through this, like through the qualifying, but not tonight. We're gonna let it go. All right, so we will see who gets the pole, and then we will start this massive race. 107 laps is going to be the distance. So look at this. The first lap of qualifying, Cesar Ramirez gets the pole. So far, Hugo Jimenez second. Logan, you were just saying that Cesar has the biggest comeback of the century, and now he gets the pole. I don't know if he'll be able to hold on to it. We'll have to look and see where the points contenders are. Yeah, Logan got the pole. Now Cesar gets it back. So it looks like Cesar Ramirez might have the pole. Logan Gentry second. Look at Felix Boucher fourth place. I said earlier he needs to basically lead the most laps and have the top 5 in points wreck, and then he might have a shot at winning the championship. And there he is, fourth place. Let's see. So, Logan, the qualifying race actually was on Sunday, or well, Saturday. I was gonna post it Sunday, but I just posted it Saturday instead. Um, I figured, I don't know, I didn't want to have to go through all that tonight. I wanted to be more set up, so I posted that. It's actually on YouTube. Racer X ended up winning it. It was a pretty good race. There was one crash, I think. Um, Unfortunately, Jeremiah, you were the only one that had wrecked, I believe. I forget who it was, but somebody spun you out. But, yeah, so I don't know. I figured it would save time. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Alright, so we got, what, 25 seconds left in the qualifying session. Go through, we'll look at all the cars where they start. We'll look at the points contenders. All right, so qualifying is over. Sorry, I just had to text a few people. Trying to get more people into the chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I want to win the championship. I mean, obviously, I guess Zahara would probably be the one I would pick, but I don't know. If it wasn't her, I'd probably either say, I don't know, Bruiser would be cool to win. Just like he came out of nowhere at the end of the season, and he's up to fifth. So yeah, I know Samet. He starts in eighth place, so he's the highest. Actually, well, besides Felix Boucher, he's the highest points contender. See, oh, of course, Sahara Rocha starts back in 40th. um, let's see, Stephen Pollard 33rd. Who else? Simon Zornado 21st. Bruiser is 12th and Samet Oskin 8th. So they're kind of spread out. A lot of three of the points contenders are further back. So it's going to be interesting. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to hit the button. We're ready to go green flag. I am, at least. I've been excited for this race. I've done like... Hey, what's up? How you doing? I've done probably 10 or so practice races just to see what the AI were like on this track, and it has been crazy. I mean, there hasn't been like massive crashes or anything, but I don't know. It was pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So Cesar Ramirez, Logan Gentry, on the front row. You got Tim Brannigan third. Fourth is Felix Boucher. Fifth, Josh Hardiman. Sixth, Dawson Montenegro. Seventh, Hunter Blade. Eighth is Samet Oskin. I'm actually going to go right back here just so I can see all the names and what position they're in. So Samet Oskin, he is third in points, and he starts eighth. He is the highest qualifying driver out of the top five. You got the 90 of Jacob Johnson, the 42 Hugo Jimenez. That rounds out the top 10. We have the 74 of Logan York, 11th place. 12th place is Bruiser. He won last week at Phoenix and came from 11th to 5th in the points, 120 points out of the points lead. So he has a pretty good shot at winning the championship. He's a couple positions behind Samet, but he is ahead of all the other points contenders. So we've seen him kind of rise to the top as of late. See what he can do. The 24 of Pablo West, then the 81 of Skylar Rocha. Skylar's fallen back to 13th in points. He was one of the points contenders earlier this season. The 48 of Ryan Benjamin starts 15th. 16th is CJ Williams. You got 17th is Ron Jackson. 18th, Jacob Britt. 19th is the 0 of Alex Bruno. 20th is the 33 of Sheila Harmon. We have the 6 of Simon Zornado. Simon, 21st position, and he is second in points, 69 points back. Got the 5 of Damian Singletary. I think the 6 might actually be considered the points leader once the green flag is in the air because he is ahead of Sarah Rocha. Oh, Logan, that'd be hilarious. Let's see, we've got the 188 Racer X. He won the qualifying race on Saturday. The 04 of John Book. You got the 32 of Brett Taylor, the 09 Evan McCollum. The 7 of Tina Livingston had a bad race last week at Phoenix. She fell back to 8th in points. Got the 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 97 Gavin Jones, the 27 of Benjamin Wallace, who I think is outside of the top 30. He is in 30th. 41 of Tyrell Resner. The 45 of Tim Zimmer starts 32nd. Tim is all the way back in 11th in points. He was one of the, I would consider him one of the big three in the points this season, but he has fallen back in the last 5 races or so. The 80 of Stephen Pollard. He is 4th in points, 110 points back, and he starts all the way back in 33rd. The 99 of Axel Zero. He starts back in 34th. Kagan Polshiner, 35th. 36, Gary Harmon. 37th is Robbie Bannister. 38th, Alexander Jones. 39th is Clint Spillman. Clint Spillman. 40th, Sarah Rocha. That's the points leader coming into this race. She's only 69 points ahead of Simon Zornato, starting 40th position. She pretty much has to work her way through everybody if she wants to win the championship. The 66 of Daros Jr., the 38 of Sean Howell. He starts 42nd, and that will round out the field. Now, for everybody that just joined, or has joined, I guess, in the last few minutes, we went ahead at the beginning of this video and showed all of the driver ratings. So everybody has a minimum of 80 and a maximum of 100. So, yeah, we have all the ratings are the same all year long, but I wanted to go through, especially on this race, and show everyone that everybody had the same ratings, just so it's not unfair or anything, and so it doesn't seem like there's an unfair advantage for somebody. So we're waiting for the green flag here. I think about 5 more seconds. We'll get the command to start the engines. All right, here we go. Cesar Ramirez, the 37, going to lead the field to the green flag. Oh, okay. I didn't know he was your brother, Jeremiah. That's pretty cool. It's been a while, I think, since he's been on one of these races. All right, pace car in turn number 4. The field going to come down to the front stretch where you're going to get the green flag for the final race of this season. It's been a really good season. We've had a lot of fun. Green flag in the air. Cesar Ramirez is going to lead the field down. He gets a pretty good jump. Same with the 2 of Tim Brannigan. And look at Tim Brannigan up to almost second. Felix Boucher, the 25, he's falling back. He's on the outside, 3 wide. He's going to lose a few positions here, but he is going to get a good run, I think, off of turn number 3 and 4. Look at this, battle for the lead already. Tim Brannigan on the bottom, he was trying to get past 37, but I think, yeah, the high line, they are going to get a huge run. Samet Oskin on the outside, one of the points contenders. I should say, oh, look at Bruce 02, the 9. One of the points contenders as well. He's on the top, 4 wide out of turn number 2. This isn't going to work too well, I don't think. There's going to be some contact. Bruce is in the wall. Bruce 0 falling back a little bit. Does he have a lot of damage, though? He does have some. The whole side's bent in. He's going to lose a lot of positions. He was in 11th place, and he's probably going to fall outside of the top 20. Look at this. Logan York on the inside, below Ryan Benjamin and Pablo West. Samet Oskin at 12. He is up near the front. Bruce 0 kind of has fallen back into place, so see, we'll have to monitor him. He's back in 20th. Oh, there's a crash. Damon Singletary is around the 5. The 97, Gavin Jones. Everybody makes it by. Well, that's going to be the first caution. Stephen Pollard made it by somehow. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Alexander Jones. He is around. He is in the wall. He clipped the 14 of Sarah Rocha. She almost went around. Oh, they're still hitting each other back here. Well, this is going to allow the 9 of Bruce 0 to come down pit road and repair his damage. We're going to have to look and see. But right now, oh, look at, we had a lead change too while all that stuff was happening back here. Logan York, he was down on the apron. I don't know if he almost spun out or what. In the meantime, though, the 43 of Dos Montenegro, He has the lead now. He took it away from Cesar Ramirez. So lap number 3, the first caution out already. This could be a wild race. Unfortunate for Alexander Jones. Gavin Jones and Damian Singletary have some damage. I think they're going to be all right. I don't know who's coming down pit road. You see a couple cars up here. Pablo West. Looks like he has some damage, actually. We're going to have to go back and look. Bruzero is coming down pit road, so one of the points contenders already having issues. There was a lot that happened on that lap. And meanwhile, Samet Oskin up to 7th place. So let's go back and look at the first thing that had happened with Bruce. He should be all right. I would think he's okay. That's not too much damage on his car. Pablo West does have a lot of damage. I don't know if maybe he was involved in that wreck or what. Let's go back, though, and let's, where was it? Right here, I believe. He was on the outside of 3 wide, and Ryan Benjamin and Pablo West, they made a very aggressive move to go underneath of that 9 and the 81. Oh, yeah, Bruce hit the wall pretty hard there, actually. I think he'll be all right, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see because now we've got a couple points contenders further in the back of the field. So let's see, Damian Singletary and Bruzero, they were battling right beside each other. There's a lot of 3 wide racing in front of them. Looked like, oh, Ron Jackson hit Pablo West and Damian Singletary hit Pablo. That's where that wreck started. Right behind the 80 of Stephen Pollard. Or right in front of the 80 of Stephen Pollard. Man, that could have been a lot bigger than what it was. Let's show you from above here. See the 30 of Ron Jackson hits the 24. He almost sent the 16 around. That was right beside Bruzero again. Gavin Jones, unfortunately, was involved. My gosh, I could have taken Bruzero out of the race completely if that turned him around. So Bruzero, a lot of action already with that car. Let's go. I want to show you guys real quick. 18 of Kagan Polshiner. I don't know how he managed to get by that wreck. Let's watch and see here. He's already checking up, though. He knew something was going on. Somehow got past. We're going to watch the 80 and the 14 as well. Stephen Pollard, 4th place in points, and he was almost collected in that wreck. I don't know how he managed to get through that. Same with Tyrell Resner, the 41 car. Let's go back now. Let's watch from the 14 of Sarah Rocha. I don't know where she was. She was almost in last. Actually, she might be in last. Other than Darwish Jr., but the wreck happens, and luckily for her, she was further back. None of the cars came up the track there. She's 31st right now. Oh yeah, 17. I think there was another crash, I guess. Wait. Maybe after this or something. I know there's an issue on pit road when they try to... Oh, no, he... Oh, that's right, yeah. I forgot, he got tagged by Clint Spillman. After the first wreck, Clint hit him. Watch, he hit the 14 right there. I think he hit her. A lot of points contenders have had a lot of close calls and issues already. Let's watch kind of slow motion here. They were almost 5 wide. Stephen Pollard down in the grass. But Clint hit the 17 right there. The 17 goes up. My gosh, he hit the 14 and she did not wreck. So that is how the 17 had crashed. I totally forgot about that. Anyway, the pace lights are off on the pace car. So Alexander Jones out of the race. Look at some of the points contenders. The top 5 right now in points. Samet Oskin, 7th place. Simon Zornato, 20th. And then the rest of the points contenders are really far back. Sarah Rocha, 31st. Bruiser 37th. And who else? I think that was it. Oh, Stephen Pollard. Stephen Pollard, where is he at? Stephen Pollard back in 36th. So right now, Stephen Pollard is not doing too well. Same with Sarah Rocha, Sam Mizernato, Bruiser. They are all worse than 20th. But green flag back in the air. 43, Dawson Montenegro leads the field to the green. Look at the 91, Logan Gentry, down low. Going to try to take second place away from Cesar Ramirez. '25 of Felix Boucher. He's in the top 10 still. He's in 6th place. So 91, Logan Gentry now up to 2nd. 43, Dawson Montenegro first. Go back here. Look at the 2 of Tim Brandian. He's making that high line work on turns 3 and 4. Moves his way up to 5th. Oh, wait. Actually, he was 4th on the restart. So he falls back to 5th. 6th place is the 12 of Sam Odoskin. Up here, single file. Actually, it's single file for the majority of the field until you get to about 15th place. See Skylar Rocha, Hunter Blade, Logan York, all battling right here. Logan York has had a really good season early on, and then he fell back in the last probably 10 races. Same with Skylar Rocha. The 42 Hugo Jimenez hasn't had a good season. He got the pole for the Daytona 500, but that's really about the only thing that his car has been able to do. Oh, Gavin Jones was on pit road. Oh my, he's going to merge onto the track. This could be sketchy. Right now, Sam Odoskin, yeah, I agree. Right now, he is in probably the best position to win the championship, but there's still a lot that can happen. We're only 10 laps into this 107-lap race. Definitely wanted to treat you guys to a fun race, so I wanted to up it to 107 laps. We're going to have to look at the 97 of Gavin Jones in a little bit and see if he slows down anybody. 14, Sarah Rocha falling back even more. Stephen Pollard, the 80, he's moved up. There's the 9 of Bruce Zero. The 14, the 80, and the number 9, all with each other on the track. They're trying to fight their way towards the front. See what line Bruce Zero takes at number 9. There's some contact. Sean Howe and Gary Harmon. Oh, I think Sean's going to spin Gary out. Oh, Gary Harmon spins out. Gary up into the wall. That was again in front of all the points contenders. At least 3 of them. Second caution out already today. My gosh. Bruce Zero lost a lot of positions on that crash. But he wanted to check up, make sure he was alright. Whoa, what happened with the 29? Real quick. Normally I don't go back and look at replays, but I just want to... Oh. The 16, not Alexander Jones. 16, CJ Williams almost spun him out. Up front, it's still the 43. See the 97, Gavin Jones. He stays on the lead lap. Gary Harmon out of the race. The crazy thing, this whole week that I've done all these test races to make sure this track is good enough to run tonight. Every race I've watched, the 4 of Gary Harmon, he was out of the race every race. He was wrecked early on, and again he is wrecked yet again. So let's see, anybody coming down pit road? I don't think so. There was a couple cars on the first caution that came down. Doesn't look like anyone's going to come down pit road. Whoops. Alright, let's go back and look what happened to Gary Harmon. And again, that was in front of some of the points contenders. So Sean Howe, that was actually on the next turn. Sean got underneath of Gary. And right in front of that 14. Oh, Gary actually hit the 41 of Tyrell Resner. That's actually what started the wreck. And then Sean stayed hooked on the 4. Almost hit the 14. She almost got hit again, Sarah Rocha did. So, unfortunate for Gary Harmon. out of the race. Early on, too. 13 laps into this event. Final race of the All-Star Offline Racing season. So Sam Adoskin running in 6th place. Felix Boucher is 8th place, but with the 2 cars that are out of the race, Felix is no longer able to win the championship. Now, Felix, he was 146 points back at the beginning of the race. He could get into the top 3, but he cannot win now because of the 2 drivers out of the race. He needed the 14 out first, the 6 out second, the 12, and then everybody else that's in front of him in the points out. But there's 2 cars that are not in the points chase that are out of the race, so that's not going to happen for him. Not this season, at least. So we look down through here, the top 20 cars in the top left, and you still don't see any of the other points contenders. Right now, it's just Sam Adoskin in the top 20. Simon Zornato, 21st. He was second in the points coming into this race. And then back below 30th place, below 30th place, you've got the 14 of Sarah Rocha, the 80 of Stephen Pollard, and the 9 of Bruce Zero. 31st, 33rd, and 37th. Those 3 drivers, Simon Zornato, Sarah Rocha, 1st and 2nd coming into this race. Sam at 98 points back at the beginning of the race. I'm sure right now he has the points lead as they run. On the next caution, which I think... Oh, no, we still have another lap. Well, for everybody... Sheila, I just saw your comment. No, I don't know. Maybe. It might be. So, real quick, while we have another lap and maybe like, a lap and a half or so, show you guys the points real quick before we go back to green flag. Here's the points. This is what they were when they came into the race. So you see Sarah Rocha, Simon Zornato, Sam Adoskin, the top 3. Stephen Pollard 4th, 5th, Bruce Zero. Bruce had issues early on, and he's going to try to recuperate, but I don't know. It's looking pretty slim for him. So these are the points right now. We'll show you the rest of the field from 30th on down later on, but right now this is kind of what the points are. Obviously, they're changing as the laps go by. Don't worry, we're not missing anything in the race. They still are under caution. Should I wonder? Nah, that'd be too small. Never mind. So let's turn that off and go back to the action. Hey, John, how are you doing? I haven't seen your name on YouTube in a very long time. If you're just joining us, we've had 2 cautions. The first one, Alexander Jones, the 17, was wrecked. Almost took the 14 of Sarah Rocha out with him. Or no, the first caution was Damian Singletary and Gavin Jones, followed by the 17 of Alexander Jones wrecking in that lap. The most recent caution, Gary Harmon spun out, almost collected the 14 of Sarah Rocha again. Bruiser has had issues, so a couple drivers in the points have had issues so far. Sam Adoskin, the number 12, 6th place, only points contender in the top 30, top 20. Simon Zornato, 21st. He's second in the points at the beginning of this race, at least. Look at Hunter Blade. Oh, I thought he was going to make contact. And everybody down onto the backstretch for the second restart of the day. Hugo Jimenez, the 42, making some moves. Past Logan York, trying to get past Felix Boucher now. Felix is going to get a huge run off of this turn. Maybe not. I thought he would get a bigger run than that. Thank you guys, everybody, for showing your support the whole season, even if you haven't been able to watch all of them. But thank you all. It's been a lot of fun. Meanwhile, let's look back here. The 80 of Stephen Pollard, the 14 Sarah Rocha, side by side. There's that 9 of Bruce Zero. 3 of the top 5 drivers in the points. Look at Sean Howe underneath the 14. Last time he was underneath of a car, he spun the 4 of Gary Harmon out. Oh, the 14 and the 80 they are really battling for position. But look at Stephen Pollard getting a huge run off of turn number 4. And he is going to clear the 14, the 8, and the 41 possibly. Let's go up to the front of the field now and see what's going on there. It's single file up front. And next season's going to be a little bit different. If you guys haven't seen on the videos, originally we were going to do 3 series. We're only going to do 1 for the next season, just because it's kind of a little busy on our end right now with work and social lives. But we are going to do the 2019 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. So it's going to be the newest paint schemes, the drivers. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be on the newest tracks. So you can't miss that. That's going to be a fun season. And those races are going to be live streamed as well. Back here, Damian Singletary. A couple cars back here that are damaged. The 24, the 97, the 5. Bruce Zero, unfortunately, has not been able to make any ground up. Besides the 14 of Sarah Rocha, Bruce is actually kind of who I was rooting for today. Unfortunately for him, he hit the wall early. And I don't think he's going to be able to work his way back up unless something happens in the race. If there's pit stops or who knows. We're going to have pit stops later on. We did see a couple cars come down pit road, so I don't know if maybe they can extend their fuel mileage a little bit. It's still single file up front. Whoops, wrong view. Yeah, 2019 Cup season, that's going to be a lot of fun just because of all the drivers that are in it. Like, this has been a fun season, but all of these drivers are old, like all the numbers and stuff. Whoa, Josh Hardiman had a moment there. I think he almost got, I don't know if he got hit by the 37. Cesar Ramirez. See some of the skid marks from the first crash, or second crash that was. Back in the field, Darvish Jr. is moving up. The 14 of Sarah Rocha is now moving up. Stephen Pollard has moved up as well. He's right in front of Sarah. So Sam Adoskin still running 6th. Simon Zornado has fallen back to 22nd. Sarah Rocha's 31st. Stephen Pollard 29th. So nice little green flag run now. Oh my gosh, there's a mess of cars here. 33, Sheila Harmon. The 81, Skylar Rocha. Logan York on the outside of Ron Jackson. Yeah, it's just single file up front, though. See, Dawson Montenegro still leading the race. Logan Gentry 2nd. They've got a decent lead over Josh Hardiman, who's running 3rd. See the gap there between 2nd and 3rd place. So, I'm going to go ahead on the top left and go through the standings so you can kind of see who's in what position, or you can see where your car is. If you're not in the top 10, you'll see it here shortly. There's 11th through 20th on the top left. Oh, look at the 7 of Tina Livingston making a huge crossover move underneath Ron Jackson. She's going to get past him, I think. Alex Brenner right in front of her. A lot of battling near the front for 2nd. Go up here real quick and see what's going on. Tim Brannigan trying to take 3rd place away from Josh Hardiman. Cesar Ramirez still up here as well. Look at Sam Adoskin on the outside of the 15 of Hunter Blade. We've seen the outside line be so fast exiting turn 4. These drivers, they're not able to clear some of these cars. We've seen some drivers be able to clear 3 or 4 cars in that turn. But Cesar Ramirez, Sam Adoskin, they could not. I'm hoping with the 2019 season, when we start it, I'm going to sign up probably last. But, oh, look at Logan Gentry on the outside of Dawson Montenegro. This is for the lead. First lead change we've seen. They had a lead change earlier when Dawson got past Caesar. And the 91, Logan Gentry able to just get right by that 43 car without any issue. So Logan Gentry now out front. But, yeah, I'm hopefully, I can get the 95 of De Benedetto. Definitely one of my favorite drivers, but I don't know. If anybody picks him, that's fine. I don't really mind. Sarah Rocha falling back. Here comes the 9 of Bruce Zero. And I don't even see Stephen Pollard. I think he is. Oh, there he is. He's still around 30th place. Last time by, yeah, he was 29th. Sarah Rocha not able to get a good run off the turn, but the 8 of Clint Spillman got a pretty good run off of that turn. So nice little green flag run. Axel Zero below the 80 of Stephen Pollard. There's the 21 of Robbie Bannister. Robbie is back in 27th place. .32 of Brett Taylor. He's had a pretty good season. He's in 7th in points. Can't win the championship, but he might be able to work his way up into the top 5 or even 3 if he can continue the run he's having right now. He's right behind the 48 of Ryan Benjamin. There's the 6 of Simon Zornato. Simon's in 20th place now. A lot of side-by-side racing back here. Seven of Tina Livingston beside the 188 Racer X. She's going to get below the 0 of Alex Bruno now, as she is flying after her. Oh, the 188 and the 7 almost made contact. I was about to say she is flying after her bad finish last week at Phoenix. She's not doing too bad. The 188 Racer X, 15th place. He won the qualifying race on Saturday. 25 of Felix Boucher has fallen back to 13th. Not looking too good for him right now. Still in a good position. The 33 Sheila Harmon, she was the fastest driver in practice. She's up to 11th. Ron Jackson, 10th place. Logan York, 9th. They both need good finishes. They've had good seasons, but they've also had a lot of DNFs and been involved in a lot of wrecks. Sam Odoskin, he's fallen back to 8th. So he's starting to fall back a little bit. We're not halfway yet in this race, so we're going to, I don't know, it's going to be exciting to see who's in what position at the end of this thing, or even halfway. 3 wide back here, Skylar Roach of the 81, all the way up the track. Yeah, 0, Alex Bruno, he's back to 12th. Something might be wrong with his car, might be something wrong with the 12 as well. He's only fallen back 2 positions, but, yeah, look at this. Josh Hardiman, Cesar Ramirez, Ron Jackson, they're getting past him. Sam Odoskin might be outside. Whoa, what just happened? That was weird. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that was. That was like a glitch. That was very weird. We're okay, though. So Sam Odoskin now back to 9th, falling back ever so slightly. Meanwhile, the top 2, Logan Gentry, Dawson Montenegro, 1st and 2nd. Tim Brannigan, 3rd, 4th, Cesar Ramirez. There's the 0 of Alex Bruno. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know. Is that Axel or is that Bruce? How are you guys doing? Want to say, don't worry, you guys are both in the race. Bruce, you were up near. Well, no, you were what? I think halfway, maybe 20th place or so in the standings. But you hit the wall early on in the race. Then there was a caution, almost took you out, almost took the 14 of Sarah Rocha out as well. You can see the 14 and the 9. Both cars still further back in the field right now. Actually, the 80 of Stephen Pollard, he's fallen back too. He's fallen back to 30th. He might have maybe gained a couple positions. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, Stephen Pollard 30th, 29th, Axel 0. The race is still pretty young. We still have a good bit to go. A little over the quarter mark in this race. Oh, look at Skylar Roach underneath the 7 of Tina Livingston. He's gonna maybe make it 3 wide. Let's go ahead and ride on board with a couple cars. This was a requested thing during the Halloween race. riding on board with the 81 of Skylar Rocha. Trying to pass the 7 of Tina Livingston. See, the leader is really far ahead of him. You'll be able to see just how good of a run these cars get on the high line. Jacob Johnson falling back down on the bottom there. Tina Livingston up, and now she's going to cross down low underneath Jacob Johnson. Go ahead and ride with a couple more cars. Here's the 12 of Samet Oskin. Samet running in 10th place, right behind the 33 of Sheila Harmon. And Logan Gentry, he has led quite a bit this season, actually. He is, I think he has 2 wins this season, I think. I know he has at least 1. He's been pretty impressive just at random times. Wow, I didn't know that. That's really funny, John. I didn't know we went on board with him. Well, we'll go on board with a couple other cars, too, and just see what everyone is seeing in this race. Hugo Jimenez right now, we're on board with him. He's running in 7th. This is probably one of the better runs he's had this season. He's been up near the front a couple times, but right now having a solid top 10 day. The 15 of Hunter Blade gets a huge run. He holds on to 3rd. Cesar Ramirez still 4th. Whoops. There we go. Tim Brannigan falling back a little bit. Let's look at some of the cars in the back here. That's the 5 of Damon Singletary, the 24 Popolo West. Both cars damaged and are off the pace a little bit. Gavin must have gotten his car repaired. He was off the pace, almost a lap down before that second caution. And he is right with the pack. The 9 of Bruce Zero has not been able to get to the front. I've been rooting for Bruce. But one of the drivers I've been rooting for in the points after Phoenix last week. I thought that was a really impressive run. And unfortunately for him, he is really far back. He is back in 37th. But the points leader entering this race, the 14 of Sarah Rocha, 35th place right now. So, I don't know. It still isn't over for these drivers. There could be more crashes. And we're going to have pit stops here, I think, in about 30 or 40 laps. We should have pit stops. Sahara right behind the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Let's see if they can get a good run off of turn 4. You can kind of hear the cars, they're really feathering the throttle in the turns. It might be because the tires are starting to wear out a lot. Here, they're off the gas a lot. Look, the 41 of Tyrell Resner and Darwish Jr., they're beating into each other's doors there. There's still some more contact. I think that's the 99 of Axel Zero. Sarah Rocha now on the inside line here. We're going to go and look at this view now. Look at Axel Zero getting a huge run off the turn. Axel Zero was 29th that last time by. I think he's still, where is he at? 28th. So he gained a position. He fell back a little bit and gained that stuff back. Tim Zimmer on the outside now. 3 wide back here. Hey, what's up, Damien? How are you doing? Hey, we got a pretty big lobby of people, or chat, I guess. That's pretty cool. Final race of the season. We've got a lot of people. Oh, wait, was there a crash? I saw some dust. Saw some dust, but I don't know who it was or where it was. It must have been up near the front here. Let's look and see where these guys are running. Samet Oskin making his way back through the field. He took 6th place away from Josh Hardiman. Josh falling back. Look at Ron Jackson underneath Cesar Ramirez. Up front, Dos Montenegro got past Logan Gentry. Logan was lead. Oh, there's a crash. Oh, my gosh. The 48, the 09. Oh, my gosh. A lot of cars involved, it looks like. Damian Singletary, Tim Zimmer, Darvish Jr., Bruce Zero yet again. Ryan Benjamin, a lot of damage on that car. What in the heck happened there? Bruise Zero, I think he is okay. I don't think he has much damage. Damien, you're just joining us. So, little recap. We had the first crash on lap 3. You and Gavin Jones were involved in that. You're still in the race. You're 35th right now. And then Alexander Jones wrecked in the next turn after that crash. So that's kind of what's going on. And then we had Gary Harmon also. He was wrecked. Bruise Zero, one of the points contenders, hit the wall. Oh, whoa, what is going on here? Simon Renato just spun the 16 out. CJ Williams. And that stacks up everybody under caution. Oh boy, they're all coming down pit road. So the 43 Dos Montenegro, the race leader. We're going to watch and see who comes out first. See if there's any pit strategy here. I don't think anyone's going to stay out. Damien, the next season, I'm not sure. We're going to do a figure 8 short track late model season. It's only going to be probably 6 races though. It's just going to be a little fun thing to do. The only reason we're doing that next is because I need to get the Season 2 All-Star Offline Racing season tracks ready. We're going to be using the 2019 Cup mod, and then, ooh, look at that, the 43, the 91 out first and second. Sam Odoskin out third, gains a few positions. But we're going to be using the newest updated Cup mod. So, along with that, we're going to use the newer tracks as well. And if we want to have good racing and, like, really, I don't know, exciting races, I guess, then I need to go ahead and do some work. But it shouldn't take me too long. I'm hoping after the little figure 8 short track season that the other tracks will be done. Sheila, no. I mean, no. I guess the answer is no on that one. The cars that we're going to be using for the next season are the 2019, like the NASCAR cars. These are the 2003 cars, so they've changed quite a bit since then. And the paint schemes are completely different. But there's some really cool paint schemes, and I think you guys will like that. So, but I'll let you guys know, obviously, when the signups are posted. Real quick, before I forget, let's go back and look at the crash. You see the 09 Evan McCollum and the 48 of Ryan Benjamin out of the race. Hey, what's up? Here, we're going to watch it right now. I'm not sure what happened. It was with the 48. Oh, Axel, I think you spun Ryan out. Ryan up into the wall. There was another crash, though. Back here, Bruise Zero was involved in it. Ooh. Oh, Evan McCollum got a huge amount of damage. Hey, what's up, Ron? And I haven't seen you on YouTube either for a while. Here's the third caution. Bruise Zero. I don't know how much damage he has. Yeah, Damien, I'm going to use the 2019 cars. Well, if the 2020 cars are out, we might be able to use those even, too. That's going to be interesting. We'll have to see. It depends, I guess, when Season 2 starts. Bruce, this is the second time you've been involved in either a crash or hit the wall. Let's ride on board with you. One of the points contenders, you hooked the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Luckily, you hit the 09 Evan McCollum. If you would have hit the wall, you would have had the damage that Evan has, and he is out of the race. So, Ron, if you're just, since you're joining us, Axel and Bruce also, if you didn't hear earlier, lap 3, there was a crash. Damien Singletary, Alexander Jones were involved in that. And then Alexander Jones had wrecked. Yeah, he did. But Alexander Jones had wrecked in the next turn. A few laps, I think a lap or two before that actually, the 9 of Bruce Zero, one of the points contenders, hit the wall. He was 4 wide on the top, exiting turn 2. hit the wall. He had a lot of damage. Sarah Rocha was almost involved in the first and the second caution. Second caution was with the 4 of Gary Harmon. He had been spun out. And then you just saw the third caution with Ryan Benjamin, Evan McCollum, Bruce Zero yet again. The 43 Dos Montenegro is the race leader. But right now, man, I don't even know. Sam Oskin's third. The rest of the points contenders, Simon Zornato, he's up to 14th. Simon might have a good shot at winning the championship. Sarah Roach is up to 27th. That's the highest that she's been. Felix Bichet back to 24th. He was in the top 10. Let's see. Bruiser in 38th. Where is Stephen Pollard? Stephen Pollard up to 19th. So the points contenders starting to make their way through the field. Pit stops really changed a lot. Green flag back in the air. Dos Montenegro got a great start over Logan. Look at the 12th Sam Oskin down low already, trying to take second place away. Tim Brannigan running in 4th place, trying to hold off Hugo Jimenez. Ron Jackson's right there. So far, we're staying green. No crash or anything. Sam Oskin up to 2nd. Everyone was betting against Samet, and right now he is running 2nd place. Oh, one thing I wanted to tell everybody. I think Jeremiah and Logan were the only two that were in the race lobby when we had done this. I went through and showed everyone the car ratings, just to show you guys that all the car ratings are the exact same for every car in this race. So it is a fair race. So we have 1 for Samet. NASCAR Billy, you think Samet's going to win? Jeremiah and Logan were kind of betting against him. Right now, Samet's in the best position now out of any of the points contenders. Go back here a little bit. See, Tina Livingston, she is making her way towards the front. She is in the top 10. Logan York, he is near the top 10. Sheila Harmon, Simon Zornato, where are they running? 13th and 14th. Simon making his way towards the top 10. Stephen Pollard back here in 19th. He's trying to make his way towards the front as well. So far, all 5 of the top 5 in points still in the race. But Bruiser right now has probably the worst damage out of any of them. Well, he is, I think, the only damage, actually. Sarah Roach did get damage early on. Right now, she is just mired back in 26. She has not been able to make any ground up. Gavin Jones involved in the first crash, battling with Axel Zero in that 99. The 9 of Bruce Zero. Oh my gosh, all the way back in 37th. Clint Spillman a lap down. I didn't realize that. Oh, he came down pit road, I guess. Where's he? He is exiting turn number 4. Leaders are entering turn number 2. Look at this. Dos Montenegro for 2nd place. Now Hugo Jimenez trying to take 3rd away from Samet. Dawson now on the inside. It's been Dawson and Logan all race long. Those two drivers have led the most laps so far. Samet Oskin, he fell back to 4th, trying to get past the 42 Hugo Jimenez. Side by side, Samet Oskin on the bottom. Going to try to get past the 42. I don't think he's going to be able to clear him, actually. I think the 43 of Dos Montenegro might get a good run off of turn number 4. He might take the lead here. Battling with Logan Gentry. And Dos Montenegro now to the front. So yet another lead change. Look at Josh Hardiman. Made a huge move to the inside of Samet Oskin. Samet's going to lose another position. Back here, the 2 of Tim Brannigan, Cesar Ramirez, Racer X, Logan York. Single file for now. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, if you guys, at the end of this live stream, if you guys want to go back at the beginning of the video and look and make sure all the car ratings are at 80 and 100, feel free to. You're more than welcome to. That's why I wanted to do that and put that in the video. Just in case some weird stuff happened and it almost seemed too good to be true in this race, I wanted everyone to know that we are not rigging the season and everybody is basically on the same stats. Yeah, Bruce Zero, the 9, I guess he got a little too much damage from that crash. He is out back. He's behind the 24, Pablo West. Pablo was involved in that last caution and the first caution. So I think Brew Zero's day might be done. But if the other 4 drivers and the points in the top 5, if they wreck, then it could open up the door for Brews. You don't ever want to be this far back in the field, especially if you have damage. But if you have damage and you're this far back and the other cars that you're fighting wreck, then, wow, look at the 42 Hugo Jimenez up front. But if the other cars that you're battling wreck, then you're not going to be involved in the wreck 9 times out of 10, it seems like. So Hugo Jimenez now to the front. Logan Gentry, Dawson Montenegro battling for second. Samet Oskin still running 5th. Tina Livingston up to 4th. Oh, Josh Hardiman, I thought he almost got into Samet. I thought he was going to make some contact. I just said Tina was up to 4th. Now she's going to fall back to 6th, maybe 7th. Hugo Jimenez getting a nice little lead for the time being. We're nearing the halfway point in the race. So pretty much single file now, for the most part at least. A couple cars back here battling with each other. Axel Zero just got past the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Damian Singletary, Bruce Zero, Pablo West, they're all 3 damaged, I guess, off the pace. Clint Spillman's going to be a lap down soon. Look at this, the 12. Samet Oskin trying to get 2nd place now from Dawson. Samet came fully loaded this race. He came with everything he had. Came into this race 3rd in points, 98 points back. Right now he is, I believe, the points leader. I would say he probably is. Next points contender is that 6 of Simon Zarnato, and he is back in 15th. Simon was 69 points out of the points lead coming into this race. See Skylar Rocha and the 25 of Felix Boucher. A lot of stuff happening here in this race. The 80 Stephen Pollard, he is back in 21st. He lost a couple positions. Going to lose another one to the 04. Actually, I think John Book, no, he is gaining, or he is actually moving back into 19th place. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. 14 Sarah Rocha, the points leader into this race, back in 26th still. She restarted there, so not looking good for her or for Bruce. Samet Oskin, Josh Hardiman, Logan York, Cesar Ramirez 3 wide. Logan Gentry falling back to 3rd. Oh, I thought there was a little bit of contact, or there might have been. I'm not sure if there was. It looked like it. Look at Cesar Ramirez now, battling for 2nd, trying to take the 2nd place away from Dawson Montenegro. It would be well, yeah, if they finished that way now. Simon is in 15th, Sam at 6th. It would be really close between those 2 drivers. I think Simon might have the championship right now, but Samet's been up near the front the whole race. And they're falling back now again. Cesar Ramirez up to 2nd. You see the 8, Clint Spillman, he is almost a lap down. I'm not sure if he's slower than the leaders. Have to look and see if he bottles any of these cars up. Meanwhile, let's look at the fastest lap. So far, the fastest lap, the 42, Hugo Jimenez. Josh Hardiman has the 2nd fastest. Samet Oskin not even in the top 10 for fastest lap. Stephen Pollard has the 14th fastest lap. Samet Oskin is actually back in 21st. So he has the 21st fastest lap. See Hugo Jimenez now passing the 8 of Clint Spillman. It looks like Clint does have a little bit of damage. He is a little slower. So we've had one long green flag run today, and it looks like this might be about the same thing. It looks like we might have another green flag run here. This time by 47 laps to go to decide the season, decide who wins the championship. Single file back here. No one's really changed positions back here. Simons Arnaudo at 6. He is up to 14th place in not points, 14th place in the standings right now. He's getting closer to that 12th. Right now, I think the 6th does have the points lead. Look at this. Stephen Pollard in the middle of 3 wide. John Book on the outside. John might get a huge run. We've seen that outer line. Yeah, he's getting a huge run. He clears the 80, the 25, the 81. And now he's going to try to get a run on the 90 of Jacob Johnson. So Sarah Roach is still far back here in the field. She needs a miracle to happen if she wants to win the championship. Same with the 9 of Bruce Zero, wherever he is. See the 97, Gavin Jones. He's kind of rebounded a little bit. Up in 29th place after being involved in the first crash. He had a lot of damage on that wreck too, so top 30 for him right now. That's not a bad position for him to be in. Axel Zero, Tyrell Resner. They had good cars earlier. Same with Tim Zimmer, CJ Williams, but they've kind of fallen back a little bit. Bruce Zero got past the 5 of Damian Singletary. Bruce up to 35th, but he is pretty much in the same position that Sarah Roach is in. And meanwhile, the 37, Cesar Ramirez, gets past the 42 of Hugo Jimenez for the lead. Josh Hardiman 3rd. Back here, there's... Oh, I thought it was a lot of racing. Maybe not. Logan Gentry back to 4th. 6th place is Dawson Montenegro. They were the head of the field at the beginning of this thing. Now it's Cesar Ramirez. Cesar got the pole, so he's back out front. A little over halfway in this race. If we get another caution, we'll go through and show you guys the points. Show everyone that joined late in this race. We'll show you the points as they began the race. Whoa, Stephen Pollard hit the 90 of Jacob Johnson. Puts Jacob up the track. Stephen gonna make some ground here. He's nearing that 6 of Simons Arnaudo. Stephen Pollard 110 points back at the beginning of this race. So he really needs to get past Simon. He needs to get past the 12 of Sam and Oskin as well. So it looks like right now the 12, the 6, and the 80, they might be battling it out for the points lead, or the win, I guess. A lot of stuff going on here. Battling really close with each other. Sam Oskin running 7th place. That's at number 12. We have been watching him all race long. He is one of the points contenders. He has been very dominant, at least out of the top 5. We have Simons Arnaudo underneath Ron Jackson. Ron right behind the 8 of Clint Spillman. Up front, it's still Cesar Ramirez as the race leader. Simon gets past the 8 of Clint Spillman, and now he's on the outside. He's going to try to... He might even work his way into the top 10 after this turn. Well, close to the top 10 at least. He is reeling in that 12. Simons Arnaudo. I believe he's up to, 14th place right now. There's a car, I think, on pit road. Oh, caution. Alex Bruno. Looks like he was the lone car in the crash, but another caution flag out. Caution number, I believe it's 4? Yeah, caution number 4 right now. He has got a lot of damage on his car. So, Cesar Ramirez, the race leader. I think they're coming down pit road again. They are. See if anybody stays out. Josh Hardiman? Nope. I thought Josh was going to stay out, but he comes down pit road as well. See if maybe one of the drivers in the back of the field stay out and gain a lot of position. There is a car. Oh, that's the 8 of Clint Spillman staying out. He is a lap down. Looks like everybody is coming down pit road, though. Yep, everybody coming down pit road. So we're going to watch on pit road and see who comes out first. So Stephen Pollard, he fell back to 19th. Sarah Roach is up to 24th. We saw the 80 and the 14 gain a lot of positions after that third caution after they came down pit road. See if it happens again. Will we have a new leader coming off of pit road, or can Cesar Ramirez hold his lead? Cesar Ramirez taking right side tires. I think everyone's probably going to take 4 tires. The car is further back. Tina Livingston's off of pit road, but she's pretty far back. Cesar Ramirez, Josh Hardiman, first and second. Hugo Jimenez is going to fall back. See, the 12 Sam Oskin has another good pit stop. The 2, Tim Brannigan, he's off of pit road. The 80, Stephen Pollard. The 14, Sarah Rocha, I think she gained some positions. The 9 of Bruzero, he is still further back here in the field. Almost got past that 16. He did get past Tyrell Resner. So the 8 of Clint Spillman is going to stay out on the track. He will be on the lead lap now. Let's go back and look at Alex Bruno, see what happened with him. For the 4th caution of the day. And that means another restart. It doesn't look like it was in turns 1 and 2. He had just gotten past Robbie Bannister. Looked like the 25 hit the wall. Maybe not. I thought the 25 might have hit the wall. Oh, Robbie hits him. Yeah, it just spins him right around. Oh, Robbie hit the wall as well, so Robbie Bannister got some damage there. See, it doesn't look like he has a lot of damage. So let's go ahead, since we still have at least another lap under caution. We're going to go ahead and show you guys the points before this race. This is for everyone that joined after the race started, joined a little late. So, see right there. We're mainly watching the top 5, but we are watching other drivers as well. Josh Hardiman's having a good run so far today. He came in 9th place in points. Tim Brannigan 10th. Some of these drivers might be able to get close to the top 3, even top 5 in points. But you see, Sarah Rocha was the points leader. Sarah Rocha, Stephen Pollard, Bruzero have had issues today. Unfortunate for Bruzero, he has had quite a few issues and a lot of close calls. Let's go back here, though. So let's recap the top 10. Cesar Ramirez, Josh Hardiman, Tina Livingston, top 3. 4th is Sam Oskin. 5th, Logan Gentry, my bad. 6th place, Hugo Jimenez. 7th, Racer X. 8th, Hunter Blade. 9th, Benjamin Wallace. 10th is Logan York. Also, to answer your question, Damien, earlier, I can't hold any cars for anybody, but once the signups are on, you'll see them, and if hopefully you can get Kyle Busch before anybody else, but I can't hold positions for anybody. I'm sorry about that. So we have 11th place is Simon Zarnato. He is trying to catch that 12 of Sam Oskin. John Book, 12th place, great run for him. 13th, Skylar Rocha. 14th, Tim Brannigan. Oh, Clint Spillman is a lap down still. I guess he was 2 laps down, so he's starting on the inside. Dawson Montenegro has fallen back to 15th after leading a good bit of this race. Stephen Pollard, 16th. 17th, Ron Jackson. 18th, Sheila Harmon. 19th, Jacob Johnson. 20th, Yel Carrillo. 21st, Robbie Bannister. 22nd, Sarah Rocha. She's gaining a couple positions. Let's go back and look where the 9 is. Oh, he's still pretty far back. Bruzero is 33rd. So, see what happens. This time by now, 37 laps to go. We are nearing the end of the first All-Star Offline Racing season, the end of the final race for this season. It's been quite interesting so far, a lot of drama. The 37, Cesar Ramirez, the pole sitter, gets the green flag, restarting this race. Look at the 8 of Clint Spillman holding up Tina Livingston. It's going to allow Josh Hardiman and Sam Oskin possibly to get past him. I think Clint just got a bad restart because now he's side by side with the 12. Cesar Ramirez got a great restart. Logan Gentry up near the wall. I don't know if he touched it or not. Whoops, wrong button. Look at this, they're 3 wide entering turn number 3. Crashes so far have been turn 2 and turn 3. Logan Gentry making a huge move on the outside. He's going to take 4th place away. Tina Livingston right on the back of the 188 of Racer X. So now Logan York, Simon Zornato, John Book, Tim Brannigan, they are all losing positions to the 8 of Clint Spillman. You see the 80 of Stephen Pollard, he gained a lot of positions there. Some contact off of turn number 2. Logan York now on the inside, he cannot be too happy with that. He was running in the top 10. There's a mess of cars here, bunched up. This could cause an accident. See, Tim Brannigan now on the outside. Simon Zornato, the 6, stuck behind the 8 car. The 14, Sarah Rocha, she is making her way towards the front. She's now passing the 6 of Simon Zornato. Simon Zornato has fallen really far back. Stephen Pollard near the top 10. He is 12th place. John Book trying to take a position away from him. Go up front now. Still 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Cesar Ramirez, Josh Hardiman, Sam Oskin. 4th, Logan Gentry. 5th, Tina Livingston. Hugo Jimenez all the way back to 7th after running really far, after leading the race. The 80 of Stephen Pollard. Now on the inside of Skylar Rocha. He is not in the top 10 yet, but he is still 12th place. Now 11th place. He is gaining on the 12 of Sam Oskin. Logan York is making some moves back up now. He is outside of the top 10. He is now 14th. Look at here, 3 wide. John Book underneath of Stephen Pollard. Stephen in the middle. Oh, he clears the 0-4. This is getting really intense. I don't know if it's just the end of the race or what. The 14, Sarah Rocha. She is up to 20th. That's the highest that she has been today. Simon Zornato, after being near the top 10, in the top 10, I think, at one point, he is back in 24th, outside of the top 20. This race has changed tremendously for that driver. Sarah Rocha trying to gain positions. Meanwhile, it's kind of single file up here now. Logan Gentry on the outside of the 12 of Sam Oskin. They almost did wreck. That was crazy. I thought they were going to wreck too. Look at Logan Gentry. Up to 3rd now. Moves Sam Oskin to 4th. Stephen Pollard up to 10th place now. So Stephen Pollard has joined the 12 of Sam Oskin. 2 of the top 5 in points are now in the top 10 in this race. What is going to happen next? Stephen Pollard was 110 points back. Sam Oskin 98. So right now, Sam Oskin still ahead of Stephen Pollard in the points. But Sam Oskin is, not really falling back, but he is now kind of in jeopardy. He needs to start moving up towards the front. He needs to win this race. Let's go back here and see where the 14 of Sarah Rocha is. She is passing the 20 of Yael Carrillo. That's for 20th position. Simon Zornato, unfortunately for him, he has fallen back to 26th. So he was in, I believe, 12th when all of that madness had happened, and now he is back to 26th place. 30 laps to go this time by. Or, I'm sorry, 31 laps to go. 30 laps next time by. The 9 of Bruzero, unfortunately, too much damage on his car. He has not been able to pass anybody. He's just been stuck in the back. The way these cars are racing up front, though, there is going to be a crash, and some of the points contenders might be involved. So, who knows? The 8 of Clint Spillman, I think, came down pit road again. He's 2 laps down. So, something happening with that car yet again. Look at up front here. Josh Hardiman has the lead. Cesar Ramirez, there is a huge amount of cars up near the front here. This almost looks like a super speedway race. Benjamin Wallace, the 27, where did he come from? Benjamin Wallace, he is now 3rd place. I didn't notice his name near the front. Maybe he was. 3 wide, a little further back. Logan York on the outside. Makes it without any damage, any contact, or anything. Sam Oskin now on the outside. He's fallen back, but he has the preferred line. So does the 27 of Benjamin Wallace. Look at Sam Oskin. Huge run off of the turn 4. Stephen Pollard almost went up into the 188 of Racer X. I thought he was going to merge up into the 188. That would have caused a really bad crash. Right behind him, Logan York on the outside. 3 wide, John Book, Skylar Rocha. Man, these new tires for these drivers must have really done something. Look at Stephen Pollard passing the 12 of Samet Oskin. 3 wide right in front of them. Samet going to get a good run, though. Here comes the 43, Dawson Montenegro, up to second. He was back outside of the top 10. Now he's back up to second. Where in the heck did he come from? He's now underneath the 37 of Cesar Ramirez. Samet Oskin was able to get past the 80 of Stephen Pollard. My gosh, this is a lot of stuff happening. So much stuff. Samet Oskin on the inside now. Stephen Pollard back here as well. Both drivers in the top 10. Skylar Roach is around here. Alright, we'll still be here. Benjamin Wallace merging almost in front of the 91 of Logan Gentry. Josh Hardiman trying to take second place away. Clint Spillman, his last lap time was 37.7. Oh, he's almost 2 seconds off the pace. So something going on with that car. Must be some kind of mechanical issue. Nina Bruzier is still pretty far back in the field. The 6 of Simon Zornato, 27th. Sarah Rocha right behind us. Huge mess of cars. She is 22nd right now. It's right on board with her. A couple more cars. There's a lot of 2 and 3 wide racing happening in front of her. Kind of dies down for the time being. Go ahead a little bit. Ron Jackson on the outside. There's Hunter Blade. Logan York. Ride with Logan for a little bit. See what happens in this turn. Will we have a late caution? If we have a late caution and another restart, that could really change a lot in this race. Logan going to get a good run off the turn. I don't know if he's going to clear that 38. He really has nowhere to go. Samet Oskin, Stephen Paul. There is a crash. Oh, no. We're going to actually go through the field this way. See who it was. Yale Carrillo, Sheila Harmon. Sheila was running up in 21st. I don't think she has any damage, but she spun Yale Carrillo out. And that means we're going to have another restart. Race back to the line of 43. Dawson Montenegro has the lead currently. The 80 of Stephen Pollard is going to get past the 12 of Samet Oskin. Oh my gosh. After all that, we definitely need a break. Holy crap. So Stephen Pollard up to 7th. Samet Oskin 9th. We'll have to go back and look at the reason for the caution. See what happened to Yale Carrillo. Yale's still in the race. Doesn't look like he has a lot of damage. So Felix Boucher still technically could win. Who was that? Logan, I think you had said earlier, if one more car crashes, then or crashes out of the race, Felix cannot win the championship. They did not crash out of the race, though. Where are these cars? There they are. These cars trying to figure out what position they're in, I guess. They're trying to let Hugo Jimenez go by. So I don't think anyone's coming down pit road. Dawson Montenegro yet again out front. Yeah, no one's coming down pit road, so let's go back and see what happened to the 20 of Yale Carrillo. He does have a good bit of damage, actually. I'm surprised he didn't come down pit road. Man, right beside the 14 of Sarah Rocha. Sarah Rocha involved in the crash, technically. Don't think she had any damage, but she did get a small piece of that. So another points contender with issues. That could have been big for her. So the first crash we've seen in turn 1. We've seen turn 2 and turn 3 be kind of popular today with crashes. Let's go back and look at Sarah Rocha's view of this crash. She was running 22nd at that time. You see, they just too close. Oh, actually, she didn't get any damage. I thought she clipped the 20 just a little bit, but she did not. Alright, while we're still under caution, I'll be right back, guys. Be back in a few minutes. Well, about a minute or two. Hold on one sec. Alright, everybody, I am back. Sorry about that, I really had to pee. So, let's look here. 5 cars out of the race. Alex Bruno, Ryan Benjamin, Evan McCollum, Gary Harmon, and Alexander Jones. Clint Spillman's 2 laps down off the pace, about 2 seconds off the pace. Yel Carrillo, Damian Singletary, they were involved in crashes. Bruzero running 33rd, one of the points contenders. Pablo West has damage. He's almost in the top 30, though, despite having damage. Let's see, Sam Mizernato on that last restart fell back to 25th. Got shuffled out of line. Sarah Rocha 22nd. And then you see the 80 of Stephen Pollard 7th. 9th place is Sam Oskin. So Dawson Montenegro leading the race. Hey, welcome back. Dawson Montenegro leading the race. And Benjamin Wallace 2nd. 3rd is Josh Hardiman. 4th, Logan Gentry. And 5th, Hugo Jimenez. If you're just joining us, or if you are just getting back to the computer, we had Sheila Harmon spin the 20 of Yel Carrillo out right in front of the 14 of Sarah Rocha. Sarah was not involved in the crash, but that's why we are under caution for the 5th time today. So getting ready for the restart yet again. See what happens. It is probably going to be a hectic and crazy restart. We did see Stephen Pollard get past the 12 of Sam Oskin. Technically, though, Oskin, I think, is the points leader right now. Oskin is 12 points ahead of Stephen Pollard. They're really close. They're almost neck and neck in the points. You have the 8 of Clint Spillman 2 laps down. He's damaged. Hold on one sec. Okay. Oh, whoops. I'm still really not sure how to pronounce his name. I think I've pronounced it Yel Carrillo all season. Whoops. Alright, I think he'll forgive me though, hopefully. So, Dawson Montenegro leading the field to the green again. Lap 89 this time by out of 107. Green flag in the air. Dawson, see if he can get a good start. Everybody going to get past that 8 of Clint Spillman. Josh Hardiman stuck behind the 8. So is Logan Gentry, Hugo Jimenez. Oh, is there going to be any contact? We know Clint Spillman running a little bit slower than the rest of these cars. Logan Gentry now on the outside line trying to get past Clint. They're still stacked up on the bottom. Stephen Pollard, Sam Oskin on the bottom. They're going to get past. Now the outside line has the 8 of Clint Spillman there, blocking them. 3 wide further back here. Sam Oskin falling back. 38 of Sean Howe, the 1500 Blade. And the 12 of Sam Oskin outside of the top 10 for the first time. Oh, there's a crash. Oh, Sam Oskin's involved. One of the points contenders. There's a huge crash now. Logan York, Skylar Rocha. Tina Livingston, huge damage. Oh my god. John Book involved. Well, that is going to change everything in the points now. Make sure everybody gets back to the line without any issues. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. The 12 Sam Odoskin running probably the best race out of anybody. And he is involved in a crash. I don't think that was his doing. And now the 80 of Stephen Pollard. You see these cars here coming down pit road. Tina Livingston, heavy damage. Skylar Rocha, Logan York. Like I said earlier, Logan, lately, if he has not finished the race, he has been involved in a crash. Sam Odoskin, I think his night, day, whatever you want to call it, is done. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. Huge chase implications. I think my voice just about gave out from all that. I think there was another crash, I think. Maybe not. The 99 Axel Zero, he has damage. He's on the bottom, on the apron. I don't think he was involved in that crash. We'll have to go back and look. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. That was crazy. The last two restarts have been wild. They have been extremely wild. No one's retired from the race yet, but I think Sam Odoskin is out of the race. Obviously, he's going to be a lap down if he is in the race still. His points championship, I think, is done. Let's go back and look at that. That was huge. I don't know who it started with. I think Ron Jackson, maybe? Oh, Jacob Johnson spun the two of Tim Brannigan, and they wrecked further ahead. I think... Yeah, Logan, you weren't in that first crash. You were in the caution, or in the crash after the caution was thrown. And let's watch again. They were almost four wide. Sam Odoskin on the outside. Unfortunate for him. One of the points contenders. Let's rewind it now and see where the next crash happened. We know it happened with Logan York. I don't know what happened here. It was because of the 8 of Clint Spillman. And you see, Logan, though, he's going to be alright. Everyone else, though, heavy damage. Tina Livingston, heavy damage. Let's watch everything here. Kind of slow motion, I guess. For now, at least. So you see Ron Jackson washed up the track. Jacob Johnson hit Tim Brannigan and then Ron Jackson. That sent Salmon around. Skylar Rocha hit the 04 of John Book, who also hit the 74 of Logan York. Tina Livingston, John Book, and Skylar Rocha, heavy damage. And then the 99, where is the 99 car out? Because he has damage as well. I don't know if that was a crash that happened separate from all that, unless he already had that damage. Let's go back and check this out. Oh, whoa! There was another crash. Holy crap. Whoa, the 6 of Simon Zornato. So this is coming to the caution flag. Simon Zornato looks like he merges up the track. No. Oh, okay. Wow. Tyrell Resner, I think Bruce Zero was involved. Axel Zero, holy crap. What in the world? So let's watch this one slow motion. You see Bruce Zero hit the 24 of Pablo West. 41 to 99. I think, yeah, Bruce was able to get past without any damage. Damian Singletary got some damage. Oh my gosh. That was a huge amount of action that just happened. So the updated list, Sam Odoskin out of the race. Clint Spillman still 2 laps down. John Book has retired. See Skylar Rocha, Axel Zero, Logan York, Tina Livingston. They have all repaired their cars. Oh my, this has changed everything. So right now, the points contenders, the top, we know Sam Odoskin's out of the race. The other 4 drivers, Stephen Pollard, 7th place. Further back, you have the 14 of Sarah Rocha, 18th place. Simon Zornato 24th. And then Bruzero, who is up to 27th. Now with Samet being out of the race, I think Sarah Rocha has the points lead. I think Stephen Pollard is second, and Simon, I think, is third. I think that's how they run right now. Where's Felix Boucher at on the track? Felix Boucher is 12th. Yeah, Samet is out of the race. Hard hit for him. He had nowhere to go on that. That was definitely not his fault. The 8 of Clint Spillman with the, I guess the damage. I don't know if it's damage or what it is on that car. But whatever's wrong with that car, he has caused issues on the last 2 restarts. So the points have definitely changed, that's for sure. Felix Boucher is 6th in points. 7th was Brett Taylor. 8th, Tina Livingston. 9th, Josh Hardiman. 10th, Tim Brannigan. Tina is going to fall down in points a little bit. But I think Brett Taylor, Josh Hardiman, Felix Boucher, I think they're all going to gain positions. Oh, you see Clint Spillman, the 8, on the restart blows up. So he's not going to be a factor on this restart. And meanwhile, Das Montenegro gets the green flag. Make sure Clint stays down low and doesn't cause an issue. Look at that, the 9 of Bruzero. He is underneath the 24 and the 41. He is trying to gain positions, trying to gain as many as he can before the end of this race. Sarah Roach is there. There's the 32 of Brett Taylor we just talked about. Logan Gentry, on the outside here, trying to take third place away, or trying to keep third place, that is. Benjamin Wallace running second. First, Dawson Montenegro. Dawson has had a horrible season, and he is running first. He, I think, has led the most laps. Let's see where Stephen Pollard is. Well, he was falling back a little bit. He's still kind of in the same position. Josh Hardiman, right here. You see the 14 back here, Sarah Rocha. She knows she's got to go if she wants to win the point series. Stephen Pollard has a really good shot. Simon Zornato is back in 24th. Whoops. Bruzero right behind him in 25th. Bruzero making some gains now. I think Bruce might have been kind of trolling all of us. Stayed in the back all race long. Now he knows he's got to go. 15 to go. This time by, it's going to be 14 laps to go. Bruzero right behind the 6 of Simon Zornato. Up here, there's 2 wide. And the 80 of Stephen Pollard. I think he might have a top 5 position right now. He's making a lot of gains. He's going to be battling for 4th. Now he passes the 37 of Cesar Ramirez. Stephen Pollard up to 4th place now, putting the pressure on the 14, the 6, and the 9. We saw Sam Oskin very dominant early on out of the 5 points contenders. Now it's the 80 of Stephen Pollard. Cesar Ramirez, Josh Hardiman, they've had great runs so far. Same with Ron Jackson. There's the 25 of Felix Boucher, 12th place. These other points contenders that are further back in the field fall back more. Felix might be able to work his way into the top 3. It depends. I don't know. It depends on anything else that happens. I'm kind of hoping we don't have another caution. If we have another caution, it's going to either end under caution or it's going to have a 1 or 2 lap shootout. Unless we get a caution in the next couple laps. Simon Zornato, Bruzero, they are really far back. Unfortunate for them. Sarah Rocha, same thing for her. She's pretty far back in the field. Hunter Blade making some big moves off of turn number 4. Meanwhile, the 43 Dawson Montenegro leading the race. 2nd, Benjamin Wallace. 3rd, Hugo Jimenez. The top 3, they need good runs, and they're having good runs right now. Yeah, 8 laps to go. A little bit of 3 wide back here. Josh Hardiman was on the outside of that. He falls back a couple positions. Hugo Jimenez on the bottom. Now battle for 3rd. Stephen Pollard trying to take 3rd from Hugo Jimenez. He will. Now he might try to get past that 27. He has a good run off the turn, off turn number 4. He is in third. He is pushing that 27 of Benjamin Wallace. Some of these cars now. Look at Cesar Ramirez, Hugo Jimenez, trying to work their way through the field. Thought we had a caution, but no, we're okay. Battle for second, Stephen Pollard. He won at Indy earlier on this season, trying to take second from Benjamin Wallace. Back here, they're double file. Let's go back through some of the cars that's back here. Unfortunate for these 3 drivers. They were up near the front all race long. They all had great cars. Same with the 33, the 41. The 5 was in a wreck early on. Ooh, oh, okay, never mind. Bruzero making another pass. Bruzero actually passed the 6 of Simon Zarnato. Bruzero is gaining. He is almost in the top 20 now. Simon Zarnato 25th. Just a few positions in front of Bruz now is the 14 of Sarah Rocha. Sarah Rocha 18th in the standings right now. 3 wide here. Look at Josh Hardiman on the outside. A lot of racing going on. Near the front, Stephen Pollard. Battle for second. He is going to take second place away. I think it's a must-win for him right now. With the 14 car in the top 20 and the number 9 of Bruzero making some moves late in this race, Stephen Pollard has got to go. Back here, there's 3 wide. Jacob Britt underneath Felix Boucher. Ron Jackson going to get a great run off of turn 4, as well as Hunter Blade. Bruzero, Sarah Rocha still in their same positions. Hunter Blade now underneath the 91 of Logan Gentry. Going up front here, Stephen Pollard. He has caught Dawson Montenegro. If we get a caution flag, the race will end under caution. So we're hoping we can go green flag now. The 80 Stephen Pollard now second place. Trying to get past the 43 of Dawson Montenegro. 27 Benjamin Wallace on the outside. He is going to get a huge run, possibly, off of turn 4. Single file for the most part further back in the field. Stephen Pollard trying to get underneath of that 43 of Dawson Montenegro. Dawson has not won a points race yet. 3 laps to go. Who is going to win the points season? Who's going to win the race? Meanwhile, real quick, let's go up and look at some of these cars, just see where everyone's in position at. Simon Zarnato, 25th, still. Bruzero trying to make some more moves. Sarah Rocha there. There's 3 wide. Felix Boucher has fallen back. So his possibility of being in the top 3 in points, I think, has probably went away. Up near the front, where did Sean Howe come from? Oh, he came from 4th. Sean Howe, 4th to 3rd. Benjamin Wallace now back to 4th. 2 laps to go. Ooh, oh, geez, there's a caution on the track. That is the race. Who was it? Oh, the 9 of Bruzero involved. Unfortunate. I was rooting for Bruz. That is unfortunate to have him wreck. Just 2 laps to go. Dawson Montenegro is going to win the race as long as he doesn't blow up. We've seen a couple races this year where cars have had mechanical issues under caution. Bruzero had probably the best run at the end there out of anybody in the field. Well, let's go back and look at his crash. He is the reason for the final crash. The last 2 cautions have been points contenders. It actually he's not even really with anybody. He's 22nd right now. He had just passed the 16, so this wreck happened right after we were off the 9 and the 16's view. Don't know what happened. Don't know if anyone else was involved in the crash. Ooh, CJ Williams hits the 9 of Bruzero, and he is hard into the outside wall. Unfortunate for the 9. Unfortunate for these cars here. They were trying to get past the 43 of Dawson Montenegro. So now it's the white flag under caution. Definitely did not want to end this race under the yellow, but that unfortunately happens with this game sometimes. You see Bruzero retired, 34th place. The reason for Clint Spillman having the mechanical issue was his engine. so he is 35th. Sam Doskin, 36th. 37th is John Book. 38th, Alex Bruno. 39th, Ryan Benjamin. 40th, Evan McCollum. 41st, Gary Harmon. And 42nd, Alexander Jones. We'll go through the rest of the field. Don't go anywhere, because after we have all of the results here saved, we are going to go and, we're going to change the points. We're going to show you what they are after this final race, and then you guys will see firsthand who is the points winner. I think it's the 80 of Stephen Pollard. Sarah Rocha finishing 18th. Entering this race, Sarah Rocha was the points leader. Stephen Pollard was 110 points back. It's going to be close between those two drivers. Simon Zarnato, I think, has fallen back to third. And Sam Doskin, outside of the top three, he was involved in the crash earlier on. So what a wild race. Das Montenegro started off Speed Weeks this season, winning the Gatorade Duel and also winning the shootout. Wins the last race of the season. Stephen Pollard just came up short, second place. Sean Howell third, fourth Benjamin Wallace, great run for him. Same with Sean. Fifth place Cesar Ramirez, he was the pole sitter. He finishes fifth. Sixth place Hugo Jimenez, seventh is Jacob Johnson. Eighth Ron Jackson, ninth Hunter Blade. Rounding out the top 10 is Logan Gentry. Josh Hardiman 11th, 12th Tim Zimmer, 13th Tim Brannigan, 14th Felix Boucher, 15th Kagan Polshiner, 16th Jacob Britt, 17th Brett Taylor, 18th Sarah Rocha, 19th Gavin Jones, 20th Robbie Bannister, 21st Jarvis Jr., 22nd CJ Williams, 23rd Racer X, 24th Simon Zarnato, 25th Pablo West, 26th Damian Singletary, 27th Tyrell Resner, 28th Sheila Harmon, 29th Tina Livingston, 30th Logan York, 31st Skylar Rocha, 32nd Yale Carrillo, 33rd Axel Zero, and then you see 34th Bruce Zero. He was involved in that last crash. He was taken out by CJ Williams. I actually think those two cars, the 9 and the 16, were in or made some contact earlier in this race. So CJ Williams possibly getting revenge. We see all the cars out of the race. It's been a wild race, been a wild season. Let me go ahead and save this. Even though it's live streamed, I don't really need to save it. So we'll save that. Got to save the results. All right. Are you guys ready to see who the championship winner is? So it's going to, the screen's probably going to be black. Actually, no, it's not. Hold on one second. We're just going to keep it on this screen for now. Let me go in here and add the next race, which is Homestead. And just in a few moments, we will have the updated standings after the final race. I have to do a little bit of stuff here, so hold on one second. You're definitely not going to want to miss this. I don't know who the points winner is yet. I have an idea of who it is. So hold on one sec real quick. I'm adding the current race into Race Points Manager. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you guys look at all this real quick. Just show you guys what I'm seeing. So this is the current race that we just had. 7 cautions, 10 lead changes. See, Das Montenegro led the most laps with 59. So you see all the positions here. So let's see, we got to go ahead and save the results. Add the provisionals. Now there are 2 drivers here, Simon Zarnato and who was it, Darwish Jr. Those 2 drivers, for some reason, they were just added in twice. So I don't give those drivers provisionals when I do the points, so we will skip right over them. Provisional points are for the drivers that did not make the main race. Let's see, Cody Rhodes and Brian Lancaster. Both Simon Giordano and Darvish Jr. were in the main race, so they don't need provisional points. I don't understand why it shows them as needing provisionals. Whoops, no, I'm done with that. Let's see here. So, calculate. All right, guys, here we go. Sarah Rocha, the points winner. Oh, wait, whoops. Hold up. Nope. I lied. For some reason, it's only showing race 25. I had this issue before. Hold on. Alright. Hold up one sec. I had that issue. This program is really finicky at times. So let's see. Hopefully it'll show. There we go. Oh. Sarah Rocha, the points winner after the point season. Stephen Pollard moved up to second. Simon Giordano, he fell to third, but he finishes in the top three. Felix Boucher was able to get up to fourth. Josh Hardiman up to fifth. Brett Taylor up to sixth. You see Sam Odoskin and Bruce Zero, they fell back. Sam Odoskin fell back 4 positions, back to seventh. Bruce Zero back to eighth. Tim Brannigan, Tim Zimmer, they worked their way into the top 10. So, with all this, let me see, how much can you guys see? Okay, you guys can see up to... Wait, what? Okay, you guys can see all the way, like, from here over. I don't know what this is. This is the amount of laps that they've led this season. The amount of laps right here that they've... or the percentage that they have led. This is the amount of laps that they've completed and the percentage of laps they've completed. Nobody completed 100% of the laps. Ironically, the top 5 in points did not get a pole position this season. Everybody had a DNF except for Tina Livingston. But you see, Sarah Rocha, points winner. Stephen Pollard second. Almost got the win. Very close. Stephen Pollard was 110 points back at the beginning of this race. Simon Giordano was 69 points back at the beginning. And you see how close it closed up. So that is the final standings for the All-Star Offline Racing season. Season number 1. It has been a wild season. About almost 2,000 laps total. So, next season is going to be a lot different. We are not doing the qualifying races. There is only going to be 40 drivers in the race. The late model figure 8 series, there might only be able to be upwards of 25 or 30 in that one. So, but yeah, that is the points after race number 25. Like I said earlier, we are going to go ahead and I've got to work on the tracks now. I've got to get started on the tracks for the next season. And then once that's done, we'll have the sign-up sheet. Sign-up sheet will probably go on for about 2 weeks to about 1 month. At the very latest, I'm hoping, like I said, at the very latest, hoping that the season starts before the first of the year. But it's going to be close. Like I said, we're doing the late model series coming up very soon. I've got to look at the tracks. I don't know. It might be live streamed, but we also might not do a live stream with that series. Just because some of the figure 8 tracks are really finicky. So, yeah, so let's look at the bottom half of the field here. Now, real quick, you see Simon Giordano. For some reason, he is at the bottom as well. And then this one here, this is one of the Cup drivers. He was scored points, but I did give those back to Darvish Jr. So don't worry, Darvish. The races that you did, or the races that run under this one were given to you. I had a mix up there earlier on the season. You see, this is the final point standings. The rest of the drivers. As far as drivers that have wins, look at back here. We've got Brian Lancaster with a win, Darwish Jr. You've got Jeremiah Dwayne. You've got Tyrell Resner with 2 wins. Same with Logan Gentry. These drivers are all outside of the top 30 in points, and they've got multiple wins. Pablo West had a win. Ryan Benjamin had a win. Dawson Montenegro just got his first win. Robbie Bannister, Logan York with 2 wins. Cesar Ramirez, Jacob Britt. Let's see. Look at probably the biggest gainer after this race is Hugo Jimenez. He gained 6 positions. He was 20th. He finishes 14th this season. Not a bad way to end that season. So most wins, there's a couple drivers that have multiple wins. Most top 5s, I think, is probably Simon Zornato with 7. Second was Stephen Pollard with 6. Most top 10s, Stephen Pollard, Simon Zornato, Josh Hardiman, Sam Oskin, Bruce Zero. They all had 9 top 10s. So that was the final race of the point season. The halfway point of that race was Sam Oskin, Bruce Zero. That took a huge turn, major turn of events. I really thought Samet was going to win, or Stephen Pollard even, but Samet Oskin, with his accident, with Bruce Zero's accident, they fell to 7th and 8th. Stephen Pollard just could not get it done. He finished 2nd, but Sarah Rocha was able to move up through the field and hold on to 1st. So Stephen Pollard gained 61 points this race. Simon Zornato lost 18 points. So, very interesting race, very interesting season. It's been very dramatic and crazy, like the whole season's been. But until next time, guys, that is the final race of the season. It's unfortunate that it has to end right now, but like I said, we'll see you with the late model signups. That actually is probably going to be sooner than later. I mean, I would check back even maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, the next day. It's probably going to be the next day or tomorrow. I would check back, and then you can see all of the cars that are eligible to be picked for that series. Like I said, that's just going to be a small 5 or 6 race series while I get the next season organized and started. I'm sure we're going to have the next season for the Allstar Offline Racing League full, like it was here. So until then, guys, I am about to end the stream. Thank you all for watching. We had a lot of people watch this race. And thanks for joining and commenting and just being a part of this event. It was a lot of fun. I think this was probably my favorite race this season just because of all the action and drama. Really, from the very start of this race, we saw all sorts of stuff happen. So we will see you guys, like I said, with the late model signups here very shortly. I would check back sometime tomorrow. I would say they're probably going to be posted then. So we will see you guys later. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. Hopefully you enjoyed the race and enjoy your evening.